Hello everyone. Today I came with great news. I want to talk about the future of computing and also things we were building once but it got forgotten. The future of computing will be something very surprising. It will be basically invisible. We will have systems that understand us, so we don't need to learn how systems work. It started actually in 1984. Here you can see the Apple Macintosh, and you can also see it says hello to us like a human would do, so it doesn't appear like a computer. It was a major breakthrough when Apple introduced the Macintosh. Before the Macintosh, people need to learn commands. There was a secret language. You needed to have computer experts to basically use them, and suddenly you could see your files. You could move them around. You could even click on it, and you were in a software. You could draw on a software. You could do music, and it was like a visual extension of our brain. And Steve Jobs said, it's like a bicycle for your brain. And Steve Wozniak, who was also building the hardware from ground for this computer, otherwise it was not possible, because he had to build custom chips that you could basically visualize all of that, because the computers at the time, they could not even show graphics. So this was defining the relationship between humans and machines. But what happened since then? So we learned countless software. You have your phone, you have hundreds of apps, and all your life you had to study software and technology. And we were thinking, is this even usable? And nobody asked, is this even fair that we spend so much time to learn all these user interfaces and all the software out there? Actually, in science fiction movies, we had a different vision. We dreamed how the future might look like. And there was no clicking there, no mouse. You did not have to memorize user interfaces. There was no fighting with software. You had just a person which was interacting with a computer. So you might remember movies like Minority Report, which is more than 20 years old already, and how seamlessly he is working with the computer. He's even talking with it, he's doing gestures, and the computer somehow is also anticipating what he's looking for, and it is a seamless interaction. So we watched all these movies, and we were thinking, yes, this is exactly how I would like to have computers. But this is what we are getting. So this morning, when you open your computer, you have countless applications. They have all different user interfaces. And then, of course, you have your phone. There are hundreds of apps, and they all look different. You need to learn all the different software solutions. So we don't have a solution that actually is made for humans. We forgot a long time ago we were building for humans, and now we are basically building for computers. Everything is getting interrupted, everything is fragmented. Simple tasks are starting exhausting us. And when you're very productive, then this is how the output looks like. This is a real screenshot of an award-winning designer. His name is David Carson. So I just met him a couple of months ago in New York. And do you think he can manage all his files? So you have a mess and chaos with applications, but you have also this mess basically on your desktop. Actually, a lot of creatives and designers, innovators I'm talking with, they were telling me they gave up organizing long time ago. So what happened since then? What is the problem? Computers, how they work is they do tasks, and they always seek for your attention. Software is built to seek your attention. You get notifications all the time. You want to focus on something, but you need to click here, you need to check here, you need to click on done, you need to go on next. There are pop-ups, and everything and every interaction that you have on a screen is measured. There's also a tiny explosion in your brain. You are not really getting productive. We accepted the situation because we don't have any alternatives. Now we have AI, and you might say, okay, What about AI? It can write, it can design, it can generate almost everything you want, including music. So why does it still feel broken? So why we are getting exhausted of apps and we have also AI fatigue? It is overwhelming us. Actually, it should solve the problems. And this is the reason. Because AI is not enough. There is a problem in the concept how we are building software and computers. So AI is solving tasks. It's like a classical computer. It waits for your prompts. It is inside of the AI, there are also isolated tasks. And you feel like there are disconnected moments. You chat with the AI, you don't feel like it really understands what you want to do. Sometimes it forgets, sometimes it's hallucinating. It is not really making our lives better. And the human mind and brain works completely differently. So if you want to have something where you work seamlessly, then you need to be more closer to how our brain works. Because our brain spends our time, it spends across tools, and it is also evolving over time, spans across ideas. And you have creative ideas out of this. It's a fluent situation. And AI is not able to replicate this. Now we have this situation. With a lot of software, with AI, it's even more messy. I did not have even space enough to put everything here. And it is getting even more fragmented, more exhausting for us. It is not making us productive. So this means there is a fundamental gap how computers operate, like with instructions, steps, and commands, and how humans operate. Humans is more about context, intuition. You also sense certain directions. It's about meaning. It's about connections. And if you don't close this gap, then you will still have friction when you're working with systems. You saw the Apple Macintosh. Here you can see one of the people who are working for Xerox Science Labs in Palo Alto. They were building basically the first graphical user interface for computers. But he also anticipated the future of software. So he said the most profound technologies are the ones that just disappear. He didn't mean it is like invisible. He meant by that it should be aligned to us. Technology should fit to humans' way of thinking, and we should not even notice that it is there. So we need to have a fundamental shift in a different direction. For decades, humans adopted the software. Humans learned software. In future, what needs to happen is software needs to adapt to humans. So we need to change the concepts, how we are building it. What will change is, when we do this, you will stop managing tools in the future. There will be no more searching anymore. You will not organize things anymore, and you will not navigate through apps and also through the web. You will have a workspace that understands what you're doing. It will have a deep understanding of your materials, of your ideas, and it will also know what matters before you even ask. But it will not ask for your attention. It will be there when it's needed and when you ask questions. And what will happen is attention will return. So the ability to stay and think deeply through ideas will increase. You will have more time. And this will create something meaningful. Of course, this is also about responsibility, because when systems continue to learn on us, so how we deal with the data, so this can be done in a very responsible way. This can work on your devices. And the goal is not controlling. The goal is, in a responsible way, supporting humans. So the real future, it will be without buttons. There will be no apps, or very few of them, no more UI. It will understand you, it will respect you, it will just get out your way. And when we build this, then this will change everything. Yeah, thank you very much.